In this video, we will see code implementation. Now let's quickly check the code implementation of the problem. So I will apply the two approaches here. So first approach, let me put approach 1 here, and I'm copying it same for the approach 2 here. Okay. Now let's complete the first approach 1. What we were doing, we are simply iterating through the matrix one by one and storing. If there is a 0, I will storing there in one separate row or separate column. So I am taking two arrays, one as a row and column, and I am uh, adding there some matrix that this element is 0, this particular index is 0, and then we are filling it. So let's check it. What are the things that is required? So first of all, n is equals to matrix dot length. Then m is equals to matrix 0 dot length. Then I want column array. Basically, that will mark down if there is any particular column index is 0. So array of m dot, fill it with 0 initially. Then row new array n dot, fill it with 0. Okay, once this is done, now what I will do, I traverse the matrix. So for let I equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. For let j equals to 0, j less than m, j plus plus. Now if if matrix of I comma j is equals to 0, what I will do, I will simply put the column and row equals to 1. So column of j equals to 1 and row of j equals to 1. Row of I equals to 1. Once this is done, then what we will do, we will traverse through the matrix, and if the column of j and row of I is equals to 1, I will make that index, basically particular index is 0. So again, for or simply copy this. So here I'm traversing it. Okay, instead of this one, I will simply say if column of j is equals to 0 or row of I is equals to 0, then what I will do, I will make the particular matrix of I comma j equals to 0. That's it. In the last, what we will do, we will return matrix, and this is done. Okay, so this is how the approach 1 will work. Okay, let me add a space here. This will be my approach 1. Okay, now let's quickly check the approach 2. So in approach 2, what is the difference from approach 1 to approach 2? That we are not taking any extra space. We will do it without taking any extra space. Okay, here we don't need to return matrix. We just need to change the given matrix. So even if we don't do return, it will work. Okay, so let's start. So I will declare one variable column 0 is equals to 1 here, and I will start for let I equals to 0, again traversing a matrix, I less than matrix dot length. Here also I can do the NNM, and let's do it. Okay, so what I will do, I will simply copy this NNM and let's simply paste it here. So instead of writing matrix dot length, I will simply go till n and I plus plus. Then for let j equals to 0, j less than, instead of matrix, let's say m, j plus plus. Done. Now if matrix of I comma j is equals to 0, what I will do, I will simply check few things. First of all, I will do this thing that if j is equals to 0, that means you are at the first row, then do column 0. So if j is equals to 0, then column 0 equals to 0 or 1. Basically, we can mark this. Okay. Else, what we will do, we'll simply update the same our corresponding column and row. So matrix of 0 comma j equals to 0, and matrix of I comma 0 equals to 0. I comma 0 equals to 0. So this is done. Once this is done, what we will do, we will start traversing in the matrix, and if there is any 0, what we will do, we will simply so we will traverse in the three form, right? One from indexes 1 comma 1 to the entire matrix. Then I will take the row and I will take the column. Okay, so let's see. So you can see this is for checking if there is a 0 or not. Checking for the zeros. Okay, now here what we will do, we will implement the changes. Okay, implementing the zeros from indexes 1 comma 1 to n comma n. Okay, so this is done. Now let's put for let I equals to 1, I less than n, I plus plus. I will do for let j equals to 1, j less than n, j plus plus. If any time I am getting any matrix of I comma 0 equals to 0. So matrix I comma 0 my means basically this is about my column and my row. I am checking. So that was column and row. Matrix of 0 comma j is equal means first row and first column is equals to 0. What I will do, I will simply update matrix of I comma j equals to 0. I comma j equals to 0. Once this is done, now I will simply do the first row. This is for this one. Now we are implementing here zeros, the first row. Okay, now let's start. So for let j equals to 1, j less than m, j plus plus. So if matrix of 0, 0, comma 0, because for first row you just need to check the one element that is 0, comma 0. Okay. So I will matrix of 0, comma j will be 0. Will become 0. Okay. Once this is done, now we will do for the column. And for column, how we will do? We will simply start for let I equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. And if column 0 equals to 0, double equals to 0, what I will do, I will simply matrix of I comma 0 equals to 0, and this space should not be here. Done. So yeah, here this will be the complete solution of approach 2, right? Here basically you have taken one variable column 0 because 0 comma 0 index position is can be determined by the that was determined by the only one element, that is 0 comma 0, but we want two different variables. This column 0 will help us to make the first column 0. So here in column by column 0 equals to 0, we are making this 0. Okay, and yeah, it seems like it's correct. Let me check it. Yeah, so this will be the complete solution. Okay, And we have discussed approach 1 and approach 2. Now in the next video, we will see the dry run of both the codes. Okay, so let's see the dry run.